Good evening, people. This is going to be a fairly quick one, to be honest, because it's windy. I'm hoping it's not picking up on this microphone, but as of this week, I've been trading for 2 years, and I'm going to quickly talk about and explain the lessons that I've learned and what I've changed the most in the past 2 years since I started learning how to trade and where I'm at. I've got some notes here on my phone so I don't forget, and I'm going to go through them. Number one, having your psychology on lock is genuinely what's going to keep you in the game in trading. Through losing money, through blowing accounts, through losing trades, your psychology needs to be on lock. You need to be at a point where you have no desire to overtrade, no desire to over risk, no desire to revenge trade or try and make back losses out of emotions. That's what's going to keep you in the game. Because if your psychology is not on lock and you're trading emotionally, you're going to lose a trade and then go, if I just risk 2% on this trade, I only need to make half of the position to make back what I just lost, and then you lose 2%, and then you go, well, I'm nearly blowing the account now, I might as well just risk the rest of it. And then you just repeat that cycle because that's in your head, you're normalising that behaviour. Not good, doesn't end well. So your psychology is the most important thing, at least in my opinion, to good and disciplined trading. Second of all, mechanical strategy has helped me the most and helps me stay disciplined with my trading. When I've got a set checklist of 4 to 5 confluences that I need to see anytime that I'm going to take a trade, and the position looks the same every single time, it helps me stay disciplined. I'm not going to take trades that aren't favourable or that I haven't backtested thousands of times or that I don't think have a high probability of winning. All my trades now look the same with the model that I'm trading. It's the same confluences, it's the same reasons to get in a trade, and it's also the same reason to get out of a trade. Keeps it very simple. What else have I got? Being patient with liquidity sweeps. The biggest reason that I lose most of my trades is because I get stopped out and then it goes in my direction. 8 times out of 10 that I get stopped out, the trade will continue to hit my target. But I was just too early. So I've learned to be more patient with my model before entering the trade, because I've done so much back testing again, and I've got enough I've got more experience now in the live markets to know that if I see a liquidity sweep, that's like, it's the fake out essentially. I need to wait for another internal part of liquidity, whether it's on the 30-second, the 1 minute, needs to be swept again before going in my direction. Because I always used to get caught out by that liquidity sweep before going in my direction. What else have we got? Journaling is key, so you can look back over the last year. I'm able to see where I've grown. So there was a little period of time where I just stopped journaling my trades because I was like, it doesn't matter, there's nothing I can do with this information. But then what I did in about October of last year was I reflected on the past year of my trading journal, and it was really good for me a year later to be able to look back and think, I used to do that but now I do this, or why did I do that, because this is how you do it now. I was able to see where I was going wrong and where I'm doing it right now, or what I need to improve on from the way I was trading a month ago, a couple of months ago. Does that make sense? So although in the moment journaling might not seem too important or like it's a high ROI task, it is in the future. So every win, every loss, I journal. I write down why I took the trade, what I was looking for, what I was thinking, how I was feeling, and it was just really good to be able to look back on that months in the future, to be able to compare myself to where I am now as opposed to where I was then, and what I've learned between them, if that makes sense. Last point, this is just notes that I put in my notes. You have to be a disciplined person to be a disciplined trader. And I've noticed the effect myself in my own life. Whenever I've slipped up or fell off of a good sleep routine, or eating bad, or I've gone to the pub a few times with friends, which I don't really do much at the minute anymore, my trading's fell off. I've lost trades. I've been lazy with trading. I've got to the charts late and then just hoping to catch a setup. Whereas you're a disciplined trader when you're a disciplined person. So when everything else in your life is unlocked and you're consistent and you're disciplined, that's going to follow through with your trading. So if my sleep is fucked, my trading's not going to be as consistent. Because if I'm not disciplined with what I'm eating, or when I'm going to sleep, or with the stuff that I'm doing outside of trading, that's my lifestyle. That's how I'm being as a person. Whereas you have to be disciplined in and out through everything in order for that to follow it through into your trading. Because why would you be able to not be disciplined with anything but then just magically be disciplined with your trading? Doesn't work. It's all got to be consistent. It's all got to be on lock. I can see Mike Thurston in his apartment. Dubai's crazy, man. But yeah, you have to be a disciplined person, because if not, it's just not going to follow through into your trading. And that's what I've noticed personally. Maybe there are people that can go out drinking 4 nights a week, have 3 hours of sleep and eat a bunch of shit, but still catch wins every single day. Maybe there is. But for me, and I know that there's plenty of other people like it, your actual lifestyle and who you are as a person needs to be locked in and disciplined and consistent in order for that to show in your trading too, because your trading is a reflection of who you are as a person. And to be honest, apart from that, there's not much that is different from what I learned a year ago. But obviously, whilst there's not a lot that's changed, the things that have changed are significant, and it's always progress. I haven't made any money over the past year in my second full year of trading. I've spent £600 in total in 2025 on educational content, blowing accounts, live accounts, just any trading expense came to £600, which is an improvement compared to the £5,000 which I spent in my first year. So it's one of those things. I'm not expecting to make money instantly, because it's like one of those things where it changes. You lose 5k your first year, 600 your second year, third year you're up 5k, fourth year you're up 100 grand, fifth year you're up 1.6 mil. It's a snowball effect. So it will come in due time, but I'm making sure that I'm doing what I need to do every single day to get to where I want to be. And that's the fucking game. Hope it helps someone. If you're just starting out on your journey, keep going. If you're already an established trader, let me know what you think about these points and whether it relates to your journey. I'd like to hear. But apart from that, let's get back to work. Have a good one, boys.